Have you heard of squirreling?
Squirreling. Squirreling away?
Yes.
Where people, talk about they're putting their nuts in the...
Yes.
Yeah. It's a squirreling stuff away, like for winter, like saving stuff or food or something.
In terms of a resort or a restaurant?
No.
You never heard of that?
No. No, I've just heard of the term squirreling.
Yeah, because when people go for breakfast and then they put a couple of croissants.
That was in Kath and Kim.
Oh, they did too.
Yeah, when you went to your resort. And I remember doing that when we were backpacking or, you'd stay somewhere and they could put some rolls in your thing for lunch.
Yeah. I remember when we did on school camp, because you'd turn up for breakfast and there'd be no bread left for toast. And then I remember Colin Reid just opened his hat up, went like this, flopped his hat open, and had half a dozen slices of bread there. And you're going, I don't really want the bread now.
No, not on Colin's
I reckon I saw the best bit of squirreling I've ever seen. I'm open to it because, late at night, you're in the hotel room.
Oh.
You don't want to order
absolutely
room service because you don't want a big club sandwich or anything like that. What you feel like is maybe a little something, maybe a
yogurt. Yogurt was always good. Get a yogurt at breakfast.
Bit of banana bread, maybe a croissant with a bit of jam on it. Send you off to sleep nicely.
A roll.
And I reckon this resort in Bali, whatever, get over it, there was a squirrel table.
Of people?
So you would step out. No.
Oh, they're catering to people doing it.
Yes. So you step out past the cash register and there was a table full of squirrel items where you could just go past and go, grab a bit of that, grab a bit of that, and put it in your back. But we were noticing, because when you go to a resort like this and it was quite full, don't get in the way of a white person and their food.
Yeah.
They will kill you. But we saw on the next table there was a woman. She went and got, I reckon, 10 slices of bread and a whole pile of cheese, and was making cheese sandwiches at her table
for later.
And she had 2 kids who were about 14 or 15, sort of sitting there just playing. I'm going, I know what's happening. They go back to the room, the kids sit on their phone, and they just want to be able to lean over into their handbag, pull out a cheese sandwich, they put that in your face.
Do you reckon that was lunch for them?
Probably.
Because often you do it because of money. You go, I don't want to buy lunch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a yogurt and a cheese sandwich, and that'll do me, and a bit of fruit.
Yeah, because what the idea is, breakfast, go hard.
Go big. Yeah.
Go the 3 courses, go the pancakes, and then it'll probably get you through to about
1,
2.
You got teenagers, they need to eat again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing, are you a buffet guy? Do you like buffet?
Yeah, I don't mind. We went to one for my son turned 20, and all he wanted to do was go to the Langham buffet in Melbourne. And
I've heard about that.
It's a good one.
Is that with the chocolate fountain?
Yes. But you walk past and there's like kids putting their fingers in it and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. But they have great, they have a sushi chef. They've got an Indian guy cooking naan bread.
Yeah.
They've got great curries and then all roasts and it's good. So it's expensive.
So
it's $100. Was it $90 a head or something?
Yeah, but it comes under the heading, and I love driving down the road and seeing a sign that says all you can eat.
Yeah. It is all you can eat.
You don't see an all-you-can-eat sign in the inner suburbs, do you?
No,
what do you call it?
Traditionally, no, you're right. But you see occasionally now Japanese all-you-can-eat in the inner suburbs.
Really?
Yeah, in Melbourne.
No.
I've noticed in the CBD there's a few Japanese, Korean all-you-can-eat, which I assume is targeting the students that live around there maybe.
Okay.
But you're right. It used to be Smorgies.
Yeah.
Smorgies and Sizzler. Yeah. And those joints on the edge of the suburbs. And they were institutions in the 80s where you'd go, all you can eat. Island Trader was another one we used to go to.
And I'm sort of wary of people breathing on things and touching things.
One of the reasons Sizzler closed down, there was an outbreak of food poisoning in their soft serve machine. So I still remember the full frontal schedule. Maybe it might have been Fast Forward, where they did an all-you-can-eat restaurant. They had the chocolate mousse room where Peter Moon walked in his undies and just fell into chocolate mousse. Go into the chocolate mousse room.
Soft serve in stomach upset.
Well, they used to have soft serve. You served yourself at Sizzler.
I mean, that is the childhood dream, to have a tap where ice cream comes out.
Well, but when we were kids in the 70s, there weren't that many all-you-can-eat restaurants. The big one in Melbourne was the Swagman.
Yes.
Which had a buffet.
Yeah.
The Swagman with a...
But the quality of the food wasn't that high.
No, but they had things like donuts and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. You know when I went I visited the Olympic Village, which had the buffet.
Oh, they had a good buffet, though, did they?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was there with Rob Sitch, and we were showing through. And as we're going through, we're going, can we back around? I remember Rob going, I'm going for one of those donuts. I'm seriously going for a donut.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about the buffet is we all stand at the toast machine because you go over, you order your egg. There's something about standing at the toasting machine. You know the conveyor belt?
Yeah.
There's something really demoralising about it. I don't know what it is.
It's never toasted enough.
And if I put my toast in, I don't want your bit of bread touching my bit of bread.
Oh, I don't care about that. But sometimes someone steals your toast. You go back.
Hey, that's right. You got to go. Was that a Bornhofen? Anyone seen a Bornhofen come out recently?
I always retell your story of when you were at the Qantas Lounge and you made a toasted. You got to make your own toasted sandwiches at the Qantas.
Yeah, that's
lounges.
right. Yeah.
And
what
you stand there next to a CEO making his toasted sandwich, and then you made a toasted sandwich, and an old Italian lady just walked up and grabbed yours and went, "Thank you to you."
Well, I think she thought that they were just made to be taken.
Yeah.
Like, I've done all the hard work here. You know, look over there. There's the ham and there's the cheese. Do it yourself, please. Anyway, you know, if you are a buffet person, get your elbows up.
Squirrel.
Squirrel away.
That's a good saying. I remember one of my friend's mums got kicked out of the Swagman for putting donuts in a handbag. So,
well, that's what everyone does. We didn't have a handbag, and I had to do the walk of shame.
Yeah,
because I put a sweet roll, a croissant, and a bit of banana bread sort of in my hand.
Yeah,
and then you put them in your pocket.
You need paper bags. I need paper bags there.
I mean, you know, seriously,
just face up to the fax resorts.
Well, that's what they did with the table outside. I'm going, this is not acknowledging it now, but the amount of food. Humans are repulsive.
Yeah.
You look at a cow or a sheep, they're just eating a bit of grass. You go, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you look at this mountain of food, and we're just like shoveling it in.
Incredible.
It's incredible. No wonder the world's, full of rubbish.
Going to hell in a handbag.
Yeah. Anyway, hope you're not putting it off your breakfast or your lunch or anything. But
here comes the music. They're going to be the title of my new book, Donuts in My Handbag. That's that story. Donuts in the handbag.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I like
croissant in my pants.
Yeah. Cheese sandwiches in my pocket.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Oh, here we are. Well, welcome to the podcast, and shout out to Sam Pang, who hosted the Logies last night.
Oh, well, this will come on in a couple of weeks, won't it?
But he was great. So
good on you, Sam.
Yeah, he did a great job. He's a friend of the show.
Yeah, he is a great man, and we both spoke to Sam pre-Logies.
Give a pep talk.
And I was speaking to, I don't know whether you'd mind me saying this, I was speaking to Jeff Stilson, Australian comedian, American comedian, and he wrote some stuff.
He wrote writing, I know.
So he was getting writers, good writers. Good. And if you saw the Logies,
he had some good jokes.
Oh, the
great
best.
Jokes.
Just high quality, funny. And he was just there looking consummate.
He didn't do the one that he said he was going to do, though.
What was it? You can do it now.
Yeah, I'll do it now. This is a great joke. It's a bit rude, but it's not that rude. Well, it is rude. He was going to talk about, when he started talking about Kochi, I said to Kieran, Here we go. I know this one.
I know this one.
This is a good one. And he didn't do it. So he was going to say Kochi's 30 years, great job, Kochi. And then he's been, and he's been replaced by Matt Shervington. So one big dick being replaced by another. Woo!
Quality.
Good joke. And why do you reckon he didn't do that? Do you reckon the network would have said too rude?
Well, who knows? Maybe he just had too many. Well, judging from how good it was, he had a lot of good jokes.
A lot of jokes.
But, a dick joke, surely that goes to the top of the pile.
You'd reckon?
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe.
Anyway. Well, if he does it again, it'll still work.
Still work. We just blew it then, but whatever.
Yeah. That's the great thing when, you get, because with this podcast, you get the inside story.
It is an inside.
Sam just sent me a text.
I
just said he thought he got away with it and he's happy.
Tell everyone the advice you gave to him.
Oh, should I give it up? No, should I keep that private?
No, but I think it's good advice. Once Once the red light's on?
Yeah, you've said it now.
Oh, okay. But it's something I've lived by too. But I mean, it doesn't. Anyway,
Once the red light goes on, no one can touch you. You are
true.
with live television.
That's why live TV's the best.
Yeah, I used to do that with all comedy. Ross Court, Uncle Arthur. Once the red light's on, I just do anything I feel like doing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you stick to the script and you don't. But if I'm going to do a joke about some candles, maybe I will set fire to the curtains. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But particularly live TV, when I used to do live crosses, and I did them for like a few shows, like The Fat and Adam Hill's show, the Tonight Show, and they'd be telling you what to do. Don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah. And
And I would say to my mate, the writer, Mark, who was there, I'd say, mate, we're going to do whatever we want when we're live.
Yeah.
Like we did this one where they said, don't pick up the cat. Do not.
Yeah.
Don't pick up the person's cat. First thing I did, I picked up the cat. Now, the cat went crazy, but it made good TV.
Yeah, that's right. I remember one time I said to the producer on the panel, I said, I'm going to stand up and walk over there. So then there was like a meeting, and then the director came up and said, when you stand, can you stand and stand a certain way?
Yeah.
And I said, now that we're talking about it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So from then on, if I had something prepared
Just
that I was
do
going
it.
to do, just do it.
Unless it's libelous or something.
Oh, of course. I
just
mean,
do
of
it.
course, you can't be arrogant. You got to know the tone that you're playing with.
Yeah.
You know, of course, this is all in your book, isn't it?
It's
Surviving.
what's it called? Donuts in my handbag.
Yeah.
It's my new book. Showbiz Tales and more.
Yeah. But anyway,
we should get the topics. We've
well done,
talked a lot.
Sam. It was a couple of weeks ago, but that's all right.
Anyway, people saw it. They can watch it and catch up. What are the topics, Sam? We get 2 topics. We've got to work out how they're related. This is not a showbiz gossip podcast, believe it or not. It's
No, because we do give the inside running, but
we have a purpose here.
what are the topics?
Aliens and mixtapes.
Ooh.
And mixtape. What's that mean?
Mixtapes, like a compilation tape you used to do in the 80s.
Oh, like back when you were. Oh, yes.
I used to love that on a cassette.
So if I remember rightly, how did you make a mixtape?
Tape songs off the radio.
So you would have a cassette player
Yeah.
and the radio, and the thing about that was you could press play and record, and it would record. You had to sit there
Yeah.
and press play and record just at the right time.
I think the idea comes from in the 70s. Must have been the 60s. So the compilation records like Full Bore. Remember Full Bore with the pig's head on the cover, where they would put out these records every couple of months, and you get all the latest hits. So you just get the singles from the bands.
The one that you like. Dun, 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 dun,
My Sharona. Yeah, it'd have My Sharona. It'd have an ABBA song. It'd have like Dale Braithwaite.
So it was an automatic party record.
And what was the other one? Ripper or something with the woman's buttock on the. Remember that one with the.
And were all the songs written on her bare buttock?
Yeah.
Buttock?
Yeah. So her jeans shorts were ripped.
Yeah.
And she had all the, Sherbet, Ted Mulry Gang written on her backside.
Hey, by the way, what's the John Farnham?
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Is it good? Yeah, I've heard it's good.
No, what's it called? You're the Voice. Finding My Voice. Finding the Voice. Yeah, My Voice. Very good. You can see it on
that. I've got to watch the Wham one too. There's a Wham.
Oh, that's really good. I've watched that too.
Have you?
Yeah, it's really good. But it's just
Jitterbug.
you probably don't learn anything, but it's interesting going behind the scenes, seeing the real journey, seeing the pain.
Oh, I had tickets to see Wham in the 80s, and my girlfriend Cindy broke up with her. She sold them. God damn it!
So hang on.
See, that was just a small part of time when Wham were together and they toured. They toured Australia once. I had tickets to go see them.
In the window between buying the tickets and going, you broke up.
Yeah.
How did she break up with you?
Can't even remember.
Because back in those days, it would have been you're dropped.
Yeah, over the phone probably. Anyway,
okay. So
mixtape. Oh, I used to love mixtapes, and so then, but also you could tape a record off your stereo too,
and put it on the cassette. Yeah.
But and then it was a way of romancing a young lady. You'd give her a mixtape.
Oh,
Can I give you a mixtape?
Oh, this is special for you.
Yeah, I made a mixtape for you.
Was there a film called High Fidelity?
Yeah, John Cusack.
Was that about top fives? So that's not mixtape, is it?
Yeah, sort of, though.
It was top five places to go.
Great book.
Yeah, great book. I read the book. The book was better than the film.
Great book by Nick Hornby.
Nick Hornby.
Wrote about a boy.
So that wasn't mixed, but he probably did have some mixtape stuff in there, top songs to break up with your girlfriend with.
One of my friends, Matthew Hardy, who you just went on their podcast.
Yes.
I've got to listen. So Matthew Hardy wrote a great book called Saturday Afternoon Fever.
It is a classic piece of writing.
About growing up in Melbourne, loving footy in the 80s and 70s. And he does a podcast with Lawrence Mooney.
One of the best.
And you were on it
Yep.
the other day. But Matthew Hardy wrote to Nick Hornby, and Nick Hornby wrote back. How's that?
And what happened? What did he say?
That's the end of the story. No, he just asked him, how do you adapt a book into a movie? And Nick Hornby gave him all this advice.
Oh, that's
in
good.
a written letter. I think he faxed him maybe or something that long ago.
That book's been around for a long time, and it's been a classic for a long time. It really is. And if you want it, I'm not saying don't read the book. I am saying, but if they do read the book on the podcast.
Oh, it's a great book.
And Matthew reads it, and it's great. And you get Lawrence reacting to it. It's brilliant.
And also High Fidelity's been remade now. With
into a TV series?
Yeah, with a woman in the lead role. Yeah. Yeah. It was a good movie too.
So, okay, so you met a girl, and then what would have gone on to your...
Mixtape.
Yeah. Say it was back in, say
We're
back
in the
in.
80s.
Oh, okay, let's just say,
no,
hang on. Let's just say you're single again. You know?
Oh, now? Yeah, go on.
Think really
Look,
hard.
I have driven past that block of flats near my house and gone, I could move in there.
The block of flats that we talked about.
Oh, yeah, the block of flats.
Because we had a block of flats that we created on the show.
Yeah, we did.
Where single and the girls were up the road, and the guys were there, and the guys were, and you know,
2 blocks.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm just trying to think. What would you put on your mixtape now?
Oh, now?
Yeah.
I put on a bit of Australian rock. See, I still like, bands like, I'd put on some of my favourite bands. It's like Midnight Oil and the Sunny Boys.
Yeah.
Right? Just one track each.
Yes.
Not the obvious ones. Not the real obvious ones.
Yeah.
So not like Beds Are Burning.
This is special because you're doing this for a special girl.
This is special. So I'd probably go a Midnight Oil, a Sunny Boys track. Then I'd go a bit more current. So I like The National. They're an American band.
Oh, no, they came and played here at the Corner Hotel, I think.
The National did play at the Corner Hotel a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Gee, you're good. And they've done a recent song with Taylor Swift. That's a great song. I'll put that on.
That's a good documentary, the Taylor Swift documentary. You wouldn't think I'd watch that. Watched it, loved it.
Are you a Tay-Tay fan, are you? Or?
I am now. After seeing her, I like her.
I've got a teenage daughter who's a massive Tay-Tay fan. And
Tay-Tay?
That's what the fans call it, mate. Tay-Tay. Taylor Swift. Tay-Tay. Are you a Swiftie? You're a Swiftie. That's what they call the fans, a Swiftie.
I don't reckon Taylor Swift would be like being called Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay. Maybe this was... Anyway, we had to do the whole get the tickets. That was a whole thing.
And you got them?
Yeah, it was a fluke though.
Oh.
We had like 6 devices going with, everyone had to look at their device. And as my wife said, the kids are complaining about staring at a screen. I said, that's all they do all day anyway. So
it was a countdown and you press the button.
Okay, the tickets came on sale at 2:00. This is for Melbourne at the MCG. There was 3. They had 2. So there's a lot of tickets, right? But you had to wait in line on Ticketek and then... So we were waiting from 2:00. At 5:00...
You wait for 3 hours?
Yeah. 5:00, my daughter turned on her old phone and just clicked on the link. And went, oh my God, I'm through. And then she gave it to the oldest boy, Jasper, who's tech savvy, and he got 3 tickets or whatever. It was pretty amazing.
He's like the expert in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
it goes into his... Stand back, everybody.
Yeah, he was doing all that. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
This is really important. Don't push the wrong button.
Swifty tickets. But a lot of people missed out, which is sad. But yeah, one of my other friends, Des Dowling, friend of the show, came in. His daughter got some too, just on her phone. Again, waited for 3 or 4 hours.
No, you won't go, will you?
Oh God, no. No, because I'm not a real fan. I like some of her songs, but I'd rather someone who loves Taylor Swift go instead of me. I'm not going. No.
I had a weird thing happen the other day while I was playing golf.
Huh.
2 guys. They're not young, quite old, and they both said, "Wait for it. Can't wait to see Barbie." I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it."
I want to see it, but I haven't.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Selena really wants to see it, and I'm going, "Look, I'll go," but it's Barbie.
Again, my teenage daughter went with all her friends, and they dressed up and stuff, and she said Ken is very Cal Knight. There you go.
There's a bit of that out there.
Yeah, a bit of that.
What does that mean? Is he a bit like the way he dresses, the way?
And I think he's a bit ineffective. maybe like Cal. You know what I mean? Like he's a bit.
Oh, he's a bit of a.
I think I don't know.
Ineffective.
The way he dresses.
I mean, he's a what do you call it? Oh, there's a term that I won't use.
Pushover.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think Cal was a pushover.
Oh.
A lot of me and Cal, and a lot of Cal and me.
I think Kath was in charge though.
She was the alpha.
As my mum said, who's the boss? Well, she was the boss.
Well, you talk to the girls and they go, "We wrote the men that we wanted to have in our lives."
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So loving, caring.
So okay, what have I got? I've got the Sunny Boys Minute at All the National with Taylor Swift. Oh yeah, what else? Oh, so I suppose you want some slow songs and some fast songs, yeah. Bit of a ballad.
Yep.
Do you put something on that's really left of centre, like Air Supply?
Well, you don't want to scare the girl.
Yeah, you don't want
the lady. She's a lady now.
Well, what would you put on?
Well, what do you reckon? What would you guess what I would put on?
Oh, you're not going to put on your samba or that stuff. That
you know what I was listening to on the way here?
Play in the background music.
We were in a restaurant in this is a great thing now. You go to a restaurant and they have good music. You go, I'm loving this music. So you go, I guarantee go into a shop, go into it. If you love the music, just go to them. What Spotify?
Oh, yeah, right.
What do they call it? The top line?
I'm not on Spotify, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's got kind of like music for coffee on a Sunday morning. Yeah, music for sleeping.
Yeah.
Why do they have? Why do they have a topic like music to put on when people won't leave the house?
Yeah, people won't leave the house.
Tell me music for vacuuming, music for painting the back fence,
music for showering. Have we got music for showering or?
Yeah, music for touching yourself inappropriately on public transport.
Yeah. What were you listening to on the way here?
So I was in a really good restaurant in Vietnam, and they had this music on. I went, "That's not bad." I said, "What's your Spotify feed, whatever?" And they went, "Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to vomit. You're going to vomit." Bossa Nova covers.
Oh, gosh. I don't mind that. So they're covering popular songs.
Popular songs, and they're fun. It's Bossa Nova.
Yeah.
But the fun thing is, you get to pick the song. We must have run out of conversation over there because it was a tour group. They were all foodies. So, you're eating 3 meals a day with these people. You run out of things to talk about. So then with the Bossa Nova covers, we were, playing.
What you would just yell out like...
Yeah, at our end of the table, the other end of the table, just at our end of the table, So I would listen to Bossa Nova covers, quite liking it. So I would go a bit of Bossa Nova, I'd go a bit of jazz, I'd go a bit of Diana Krall, Diana Krall.
Jeez. Just the word jazz is just...
I would go a bit of Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'd be thinking? How old is this guy?
I'd go a bit Sinatra maybe.
Oh, my God, classics.
And then I'd probably whack in, just to stir it up, a bit of Amy Winehouse.
Oh, yeah, that's all good, yeah.
A bit of, now this is going to be a big one, bit of Khalid.
Oh, Khalid.
You know him?
Yeah.
I love a bit of Khalid.
There's a bit world music.
Is that what it is?
Well, roughly describing it as that.
What is world music?
World music's music that's not from America or England or Australia.
They ran out of names.
So, world music is like a Pakistani guy who sings pop songs and then gets together with a hip-hop guy and they make music and it's world music. Something that would appear at Womadelaide. But there are American artists and that do world music.
I reckon you could put mine on for a Sunday afternoon barbecue. You could put yours on.
Yours would be good in a restaurant.
Yours would be good in a car and
mine. I'm going to have some rock and roll in mine. I'm rocking it, man.
Yeah.
Yours is more background music.
Yeah, all right.
I still love rock and roll. So,
yeah, you still love rock and roll. Anyway.
I love country too.
So a mixtape is something that is. If we looked it up in the dictionary, it would say it's a collection of selected
random songs.
That's what Spotify do.
Yeah. It's exactly
to the extreme.
It's like what a DJ does at a 21st, or they do a mixtape, don't they? They play a bit of Uptown Funk, and they play a bit of ABBA for the oldies, and they play
Remember when the iPod came in?
Oh yeah, iPod Shuffle.
Oh, and Shuffle. It was like for the people who liked a mixtape, it was just unbelievable. Was it iPod? Is it
yeah. Still, and you could do the
little box. Yeah.
I've got one at home, and you could do the shuffle function where we just randomly
and
pick
it would
songs.
have like 10,000 songs. Like you're going to get through 10,000 at a 21st. But
still to this day, when I'm cooking or doing the dishes, I put on my phone through the speaker. And I just put it on it just chooses all the music that I've got on my phone, and they just play random.
That's one for Spotify music while you're cooking.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So you dance around the kitchen, do you? And,
Yeah.
and flip the utensils around a bit. And,
Yeah, I do a bit of dancing. You're right. Well, music makes you feel good. I think music's a
Good for your soul. Good for
mood.
there is no doubt. Good for you mentally.
A mood lifter. I went and saw a band called the Yeah Yeah Yeahs last week with the family. It was actually my wife's birthday, and so
she liked the Yeah
She
Yeah
loves it. Yeah, so they're like
I thought you were going to say yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Nah. They're great. So they're like an art rock band from maybe 20 years ago. They first started playing.
Are they a bit old now?
Well, they're in their 40s.
They're looking all right?
Oh, they look great.
Oh, that's good.
Karen O's the lead
Still wearing
singer.
tight pants?
Yeah, they still rock and roll, but they're like in that tradition of Talking Heads, The Cure, that kind of new wave art.
Right.
But pop, rock.
So they're slightly alternative.
Yes, they're alternative. And the audience was hilarious, people dressing up and all that stuff. But it made me laugh at one point. The roadies bring out these two giant eyeballs. We used to go to gigs in the beach and they throw out the beach balls. But they've taken it to the next level. They've got these giant eyeballs.
The bounce around the crowd.
Yeah. I was thinking, who blows them up? Whose job? Tony, you got the eyeballs under control? And then at one stage, so they throw them out to the crowd for this song and they're bouncing around. And then one comes back to the roadie and then the other one's still there and he's standing on the edge of the stage doing the motion. Bring back now. Come on, bring the
eyeball back.
Come on back, guys. Bring it back.
Be hard to let the eyeball down too for packing up.
It would.
Because there's only one little hole. So you got to go squeeze.
Yeah.
You want to go for a drink? I'm going to be a while.
That was funny.
Anyway,
I think we mixtapes.
Mixtapes.
So you would share them with your. I used to share them with my brother, maybe when we were growing up.
But it was more of a gesture than it was a thing I did readily. It wasn't like I didn't.
I went to an op shop and bought some mixtapes once
of other people's.
Yeah, it was great. So
on cassette.
Yeah, I used to play it in my car. Like we would have maybe 20 years ago. I bought some at an op shop and not knowing. And there was whoever put them together had some. So you'd be listening, and then songs like I remember Sonia Dada, which is a song that I'd forgotten about. Lover, 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 you don't treat me no good no more. Remember that song?
Yeah.
It had drums. They're like a one-hit wonder. I had one or two hits. So this person had put together all these kind of one-hit wonders on this mixtape. Gee, it was good. Bit of fun in the car.
Well, it's good if you don't know what's coming.
All right.
The only problem was if you made a tape for a party and the party was starting to go, but the music doesn't elevate properly.
Yeah, it's true.
You're going, whereas a DJ will go, I'm reading the room.
Yeah.
Okay, they need a bit more of the, bit more funky.
Yeah, or rock or whatever, or slow ballad to end the night.
Yeah.
Or
you hit them with Gangnam Style.
Yes. I used to love it. I remember you go and have a DJ and they'd have a sign saying no requests. Like, mate, come on.
It would be funny they'd have a DJ go with a sign up saying no Gangnam Style.
No Gangnam Style.
Especially for the older audience. Okay.
Gangnam Style.
So we know what we deal with, but I dare say the people who are listening have come up with their own mixtape and they should test it out sometime and,
It's a great thing.
I don't know how you'd make one now. How would you make one?
No, you can do a list on your phone. You could curate a list on your phone and send it to someone. Yeah.
Oh, in music?
Yeah, in your music. I don't know about Spotify because I don't have Spotify, but like on Apple Music or whatever, you can put together a list.
Put them all in and then press shuffle.
Yeah, because my kids have them. That you see, Barney's list and he's got all his
the things they can do. I remember the day when you could just put on the record.
Exactly. Great. I think the good old days we call that.
And now the vinyl's coming back.
Yeah.
Because there's some quality to the sound that you can't get.
Hipsters love it. We've got a vinyl player.
Have you got a vinyl player?
Yeah. It's in storage, but I'm going to get it back out again. Yeah, we bought one. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good to play a record.
Oh, it does sound. I remember when we were having people coming round, I would put on the bit of the Dudley Moore Trio.
Oh, yeah.
And people would come round, the old people, and they all throw their coats on the bed.
Oh, yeah.
And they'd drink, and then they'd have...
But there's a lot to be said for, like, skipping album tracks, though, too. You know what I mean? Remember when you'd buy an album?
Yeah. So you'd have to lift up the
needle.
Up the needle. And then you scratched it, you idiot!
Yeah, you scratched it.
Nothing worse than a scratch.
I remember the needle would start to wear out, so someone would put 5 cents and blue tack on top of the needle to press it down on the record. I remember in shared housing we did that.
Okay. Aliens. What do you think?
Oh, love to meet an alien. I mean, I've been reading a few sci-fi books.
Well, I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, you're an alien.
I'm pulling. Look. I'm pulling my eye down. You can see behind my eye that I am.
You're not an alien.
No.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that there are other life forms out there. If there's planets like this, and they believe there are, why wouldn't there be some sort of life form on the planets?
You know what the problem is? And I had that bloke, the good-looking bloke scientist, say this the other day. He said, if we did make contact with someone out there, it won't come back to us in our lifetime.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. So they send out those radio signals and whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a great band called the Aliens. Do you remember them? They had a song called Confrontation.
No.
Don't know if you could get away. He had a stutter. He sounded like he had a confrontation.
Well, that was on Spicks and Specks the other night. Not that song, but they finished. We talked about this.
The stutter rap.
The stutter rap.
Stutter rap.
You can't. I'm going to write there.
They played at our high school, the Aliens. Confrontation.
We had AC/DC at our school.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Aliens, have you ever seen one? You saw a UFO one night, you reckon?
Yeah.
That you reported to the authorities?
I didn't report it.
But you rang up someone?
I rang up. No, okay. Go back to the start. The start. Have I told the story before?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You've told me.
We're up at Yarrawonga, and we're lying out on the grass. Beautiful sight. Going, because at Yarrawonga, which is middle, right between Victoria and New South Wales.
On the Murray. Lingalonga in Yarrawonga.
Yeah. The stars are easy to see. And we was doing spotting for satellites. And the satellite moves quite quickly.
Yeah.
Then we got home back to Melbourne. I had to take the dog for a walk. And then I looked up. That's a shame. Wish the girls were here because there's a satellite. And it came down really quickly. And then one came next to it. And then they kind of moved on the horizon. And I was standing in a suburban Melbourne. And then they just went whoop, straight out right across to out above the Dandenongs in about like so much. A jet couldn't have not done it. I don't know what was. And then when it got over the Dandenongs, it drew pictures and went, and then it went and disappeared.
And what shape was it? Just like
two lights.
Two lights?
Yep. This is what I told the police officer.
And he said, have you been smoking something tonight?
No, it was two lights. And I just went, did I see what I thought I saw? And I'm going, I looked, I went, a jet couldn't do it. So it was around the time of the air show. And
it could be some of those.
So I rang them and I said, do you do any rehearsals for the air show? And they said, no, we don't. And we especially don't rehearse at night.
Oh, there you go. Could have been a balloon of some sort? No.
Well, I was
not moving like that.
I thought maybe it's a helicopter.
Yeah.
And the lights are on the back and maybe the helicopter's spinning around, which is causing the lights to move. But it's like they drew squares. I'm doing it with my fingers now.
Did anyone else see it? Or
No.
Wasn't reported in the paper the next day? Or
I woke up the next morning and I had a sore bottom.
Yeah, you're probed. Probed by an alien.
Yeah, you wonder about the aliens. Because they come into the bedroom.
They take you away. And the best they've got, they've come here in a ship that can fly at light years. They don't look down your throat.
They don't know.
They look down your nostrils.
Oh no.
Pull your pants down.
We're going to pull your pants down and we're going to put a camera, going to give you a colonoscopy. You go, surely you aliens know what's up there.
Yeah.
Surely.
Why are you obsessed by that?
Yeah. And then put you back in bed and that's why you wake up with a sore bottom. Yeah. So, do I believe in aliens? Here's what I believe. I believe 99.99% of it is just explainable.
Yeah.
Like the min lights and, stuff like that. You go, nature can do some weird things. So, but if you use, we had one of those fighter pilots on the panel, and we said to him, "Have you ever seen anything you can't explain?" And he said, he turned to me and he looked at me and he went, "Are you asking me if I believe in UFOs?" I said, "Yes," and he goes, "I have seen things that I can't explain."
Oh wow!
Yep.
Yeah, if you're up there flying about, I reckon you'd see stuff.
Yeah. Aliens, I don't know. No.
Who knows?
Little green men.
I'm like the guy in the X-Files I want to believe. You know what I mean? I really want to believe that they're out there, but I've never seen any evidence, so...
No. And...
They always look the same, too, when they're represented in movies and TV. They're a bit...
Yeah, well, I remember flying saucers in the 50s, photographs looked like something from the 50s.
Yeah, that's true.
They did. Yeah. They looked like really corny, and you go, and look, and now they look like something from 2020s.
The thing about it now is that most people in the first world, anyway, the developed world, are walking around with perfectly good cameras. Like, back
so
in...
now, if there ever was a chance of...
everyone's got a phone on them.
So why aren't there more stuff coming in?
Yeah, why aren't there more photos of UFOs or aliens or whatever?
You need to go to the government file. We had Beasley on the panel.
Kim Beasley.
He
was a defence minister, yep.
I think he was. And then he goes, I think we asked about UFOs, and he goes, are you asking me whether there is the big blue file? And he said, no, there isn't.
Yeah, right. Well, I remember, my dad was in the Air Force like your dad, and my brother, Trevor, was obsessed by UFOs, and him interrogating Dad about whether there are any alien bodies in the fridges at Laverton Air Base. And Dad's like, don't be ridiculous. No bloody aliens at Laverton. Jesus.
I was visiting a friend of mine the other day, and he goes, the latest thing is that they're underground.
Oh, the aliens are underground.
Yeah, and where was this on? It was on. I was watching it last night.
So they're beneath the earth.
Yeah, they're actually out there now doing. I mean, there are so many things we could spend money on to help the world, and there are people out there spending money on searching the bottom of the ocean for bits of metal to see whether it's where alien craft have, and they've found bits of metal going, look at this little metal ball. Yeah. That could be
from a ship.
Or it could be, ridiculous. But anyway, because there's been lots of big movies and TV shows about aliens, haven't there?
Close Encounters.
Our older audience would remember because it was Martians.
Yeah, it used to be Martians.
They were
War
the
of
first.
the Worlds.
Martian, in my favorite Martian.
Yeah,
and they made it into a movie later.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a good TV show though.
But you could point at things and
yeah. It was funny. Great. A great alien movie is Arrival. Have you seen that? Where the alien ship comes down and they're all around the world and they're just sitting hovering above the earth, and they've got to work out how to communicate with the aliens. This is like 5 years ago it came out. It's a fantastic movie.
I did see it 5 years ago.
It's great. And remember, they get a linguist in to try and communicate with the aliens.
But and you did get to see the alien, and he looked a bit. They always got really long arms.
He was like an octopus.
Yeah,
it's like an octopusy thing. Yeah,
that's the best they had.
That's the best they could do.
Because within Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That
was a good movie.
E.T.
It's cute. I've never seen E.T. actually, to be honest. So
that is a good film.
Yeah,
it's quite heartfelt.
Yeah, he's a long way from Earth.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah, great. And when they did that broadcast with Orson Welles and people thought it was real. I thought the aliens had actually landed. They started shooting at water tanks and stuff in America.
So it wasn't real?
No.
What's War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise? What was that one?
Well, that's a remake, but it's real. That's great. The actual... Have you seen the remake of that? It's fantastic. No, the TV series? Have you seen the War of the Worlds TV series?
No.
Oh, fantastic. Set in France and England and stuff. Really good.
Alien was one of the first.
Oh, that's a good movie.
That was inside a spaceship, wasn't it? That was where his chest. He had
fantastic.
And the alien comes out of his chest.
Sigourney Weaver, yeah. Paul Reiser was in it. Oh, yeah, great.
That did my head in. And that was where she put on the robotic machine.
Yeah. There are a few of them. There are a few of those alien movies.
And on TV, it was like, it was my favorite most. Mork and Mindy. That's what Robin Williams started. I was never a huge fan of that.
We'll probably talk about aliens enough, I reckon. What can we have as thinking music for the aliens?
We could have a scene from one of those movies. We could have the trailer from one of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
We could have a scene from High Fidelity, because I think he talked about mixtapes on that.
Yeah.
We could do an alien make-believe.
Yeah, let's play an alien. What would an alien think of coming to Earth? Seriously, it'd be so confusing for a person. You just read about stuff like when I read a great article about an Iranian refugee who went to America, and there were some things that just confused him completely, like nursing homes. He couldn't get the concept of a nursing home.
That's interesting.
Christmas, he just couldn't get the concept of Christmas. He's like, why are there lights? Easter, he just said there were some things that just really confused him. Like there's no nursing homes in some of those countries because they all look after their elderly people,
And we just
should we ship them off?
Yeah. So what are you saying? So
I
this
think,
so we'll be the aliens, will we?
Yeah. I think one of us has been down to Earth to have a look and has come back to report what's going on.
To the boss.
To the boss.
And so he's like, it's like Jim's aliens. It's his job to go to different planets.
Yeah.
So he's been around, and where did we send you to today?
Been to Earth.
Been to Earth. Okay.
All
So
right,
you're in
do
your
it.
office, and I've been
Okay.
out flying. Okay,
Yeah, all right.
I'll come back in.
All right, here we go.
Get the dingle dingle.
Here
Yeah.
we go.
Hello there, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Nectron Zorbon, please approach the desk.
Yes, I have flown back from a place called Planet Earth, and I quite liked it there.
Did you adopt the language of the place or not?
Wait, I will push the appropriate button and speak just like them.
Yeah, look, I quite liked it. I seriously wouldn't mind speaking like this all the time.
Boy, you like to speak like a human person?
Yeah, no, kind of, maybe, perhaps.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well,
yeah.
what
right.
did you find on this planet Earth? Who is in charge?
Who is in charge?
Yes.
The little furry ones on a lead.
Oh,
Now, bear with me on this.
and it's all humanoid.
Yeah, they what they do is they have a little furry one, and they take it down the street, as they say,
Right.
on a lead, and then the little furry, well, they call them dogs,
All right.
they take a dump, and which means they go to the toilet. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yes, we do that too here. and they're in charge.
And the little furry ones in charge because they make them pick it up, and put it in a bag, and take it home.
Oh, they're picking up the furry one's excrement.
Yeah, it just does not make sense. And they spend all their time while they're walking their little furry ones, looking into a little black box.
The black box, is this some kind of
I don't know what it is.
communication
They
device?
are obsessed with it. They love. They can't stand to put them down. They won't leave them anywhere. They have them all the time. They take them to the toilet. They shower with them. It's just like they've got them in their car.
What is on the black box?
Oh, people send pictures of what they've eaten.
What they've eaten?
Yeah, what they look like. They take photographs of themselves continually in front of things. They don't talk.
They don't use it to communicate?
No. I mean, I think you can communicate with them, but they just photo shit and send photographs of shit.
Yeah, this is disturbing. Earth is not on a good path.
No, but I will tell you,
Yes. What else? Any
I
amazing
did see
discoveries?
something
Yes.
that could take our, what is our planet called
Planet
again?
Nectron.
Nectron?
Nectron, I think. I don't know.
It'll bring it into the future.
What is that development?
I don't want to make, this has been a bit...
Not the black box they carry around?
Not the black box.
No.
Don't. Smoking isn't... No, smoking's bad.
Ah, smoking's bad.
Yep.
We don't smoke.
You don't want to, because they light this little stick and then they... no, they're with the toilet. I know this has been very toilet orientated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. But they have 2 buttons.
2 buttons on a toilet? How ridiculous.
Don't judge too quickly.
What is it?
Half flush, whole flush.
Oh my god! This is an amazing development! Invade Earth! Get the flying saucers! We need
It
that!
is so good.
Oh,
Yeah. And when you look down, you go, what do I think? Is it half flush? Is it whole flush? So it's a bit of a game, but you get the job done.
let's invade! Steal all the dual flush toilets! Half flush! Full flush! Leave the little black boxes.
Wow. They're obsessed, the aliens. Well, it would be weird to look at Earth and go,
Yeah, they would
What are they
surely.
doing?
They're going. We'll
What
come
are
back.
they
We'll come back in about 300 years.
mm,
Because they're so self-obsessed and they're so messy. I was just over in Bali, and the place we were staying on one of the islands, they had a big drive because all the islands got the plastic everywhere.
Yeah, terrible plastic problem.
Anyway, they had a drive and cleaned it up. It was really satisfying for them to take control of the plastic problem. Anyway, so answer.
What is the answer? Mixtapes and aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Maybe we're... I'm going to say that's we've received a mixtape from the aliens.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's going to be one or the other.
Mm.
We've received something because there was a film about that too, where it was getting radio noises.
Oh, yeah.
that we sent one to them with like Gandhi maybe speaking, maybe some speeches, maybe some music, maybe a bit of bossa nova covers.
Some Taylor Swift.
What is this, Tay? Love it.
Anyway,
No to bossa nova cover.
turn it off.
I like the original. What are they doing?
All right, well, what is the answer, Sam?
Humans have already sent aliens a mixtape in the Voyager Golden Records. The Voyager Golden Records are 2 identical phonograph records, one of each, which were included aboard the 2 Voyager spacecraft launched in 1977. The records contain sounds and images selected to portray the diversity of life and culture on Earth, and are intended for any intelligent extraterrestrial life form who may find them.
Wow.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
So I was right.
Wow, there you go.
I wonder if they've heard anything back from that. Oh,
Probably
they'd probably send one. Because remember you used to do a thing called a time capsule?
Yeah, at school. Yeah.
And you bury things
Yeah.
from that period
Yeah.
in a bit of cement or something?
Yeah, in a metal box under the
And
ground.
you open it up 20 years later or something?
Yeah, and there's like a record, a cassette tape or a toy from the time. That's right.
Like a Tamagotchi or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rubik's Cube from the 80s.
Yeah. A yo-yo.
Yo-yo. I found my yo-yo the other day. Should get it restringed. I made the statement that I want to start using yo-yos on stage. I'd love to be able to do a bit of yo-yo action.
Wasn't there special yo-yo string, though?
Yeah, there is special yo-yo string, absolutely.
Where do you get your yo-yo string from?
Well, we used to get it from the milk bar, but these days you have to go to a specialist shop, I believe.
Was it yo-yo violin expert, Yo-Yo Ma?
Yeah, yo-yo ma. Yeah.
I don't know why
We
I
did
said that.
yo-yos on this very show. We
We
talked
did.
about yo-yos.
Yeah, you got
they
your
were a
family-
weapon in
yeah.
the Philippines, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, they used
What,
to...
you can hit someone with it and then it comes back?
Well, remember when the yo hit you in the head, it would hurt.
Oh, because I remember the announcement on the over the speaker. Yo-yos are now banned after an incident we had in the Northern Quadrangle of someone was had their teeth knocked out. And you go, whoa!
You love the old announcement of the quadrangle. I remember one time, because I went to a high school near a migrant hostel, we had a lot of migrants in the high school. And, some of them would assimilate straight away. Some came from war zones and were really affected. And so we had a lot of Vietnamese refugees, Chilean refugees. And one of the Vietnamese guys pulled out a machete.
What?
One of the Bogan kids had a go, and
Someone
he went to his bag and pulled out a machete, and chased him around the quadrangle. And the next day, the principal got up and said, "Now I know there's been a rumor that there's been one of the students, Vietnamese students, got a machete out. That is not correct. It was a stick covered in alfoil." And that was the reaction of the students. It's like, bullshit.
That's funny. Yeah.